right, we are live. Good morning. Happy Sunday. How is everyone doing this Sunday? Let us know if you're here, what you'll be working on. I have a couple of different things in the works. So I have my little tin so that I can pick my reads for next week. I have my book journal that I'm going to be working on. So I may be working on that. I do have my theme park notebook that I need to update, and I'm going to try to read A Court of Thorns and Roses. I've already started, but I'm not too far in. So I'm going to try to read some more of this. And I need to write my to-do list for today. And if that wasn't enough, I'm also going to try and do my Lego build. So I have the camera set up with all of that stuff on the table so that I can film that. So hopefully I can edit and get that up for next week. And then I think I have one more video that I need to post before next Sunday. As a reminder, remember that I will not have sprints next Sunday, but I am doing sprints next Friday, kind of like a reading / Lego build type sprint next Friday, because next Sunday is the day that my husband and I will be going to Epic Universe at Universal. So we are super excited. I think me more so than him, but I am totally excited. I cannot wait. I've got my countdown. I've been updating it. We have 7 days. And then we have 9 days until we go with the kids to Magic Kingdom. So like little local vacations, but they have until they go back to school. So we've got to make sure that we do all of the things. And they picked their themes for next week. Next week is coloring week and bake something week. So I think the suggestion was thrown out there that we're going to bake brownies. So we'll see how it all goes. Let's see who all is here, and then we'll get into our first sprint. Kat is here, first one. Good morning, Alicia. Let us know what you're working on, Kat. Kim is here. Good morning, Alicia and Kat. Anna is here. Good morning. I'm finishing The Dark is Rising and about to buy some groceries to make a really nice late breakfast. Ooh. I just finished breakfast. We had sausage, eggs with cheese, and I had some cinnamon raisin toast. Yum, yum, yum. I'll be working on to-do list tasks, plus I need to read chapter 4 of Atomic Habits. Yes, I am pretty much caught up, I think. I need to finish like 1 or 2 pages of chapter 3 and then read chapter 4 as well. So I did get the schedule, so I have tabbed out my book. I'll have to go get my book. It's on my desk, and I can show you all the tabs because I pretty much tabbed, okay, this is this week, and so on. Anna says, morning, Kat, Kim, and Alicia. Good morning, good morning. We have Laura. Hermie is here. Hey, lovelies. We'll be loitering, but wanted to say hi. Hello. Loiter away. Hey, Hermie from Anna. Kat says, hello, Kim, Anna, and Hermie. Kim says, my reading list today is a lot for me. I have In Pieces, nonfiction, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and Spy Family volumes 7, 8, and 9. Wow. How are you liking Kingdom of Flesh and Fire? Have you started it? Let me know, because I am reading that series too. I need to finish reading. If I can find my copy. Is it in here or not? It might be on my desk. But I am up to The War of Two Queens. That's the next one that we're going to be discussing for the book club with Sam and Katie. So I need to finish that because our discussion is next month in August. And you're farther than me in Spy Family because I've only read the first one, but I have volumes 2 and 3. I might have volume 4 as well. I don't know. I have to go back and look. I need to organize my shelves again. It's getting a little much. Getting to be too much. Kim says hi, Anna. Swank is here. We have howdy everybody. Happy French Fry Day, Bean and Frank Day. Embrace your geekness and be sure to hydrate and boop the like button. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Also, I have reached 400 subscribers. So I have to double check because I think I got a few more than 400, which don't get me wrong, I am not complaining. I love every single one of you. I'm up to 405. So yay. Thank you for everybody who is new and subscribed. Our next goal is the 500 goal. So 95 to 500. That will be amazing. But thank you everyone who has subscribed recently. I hope you guys enjoy the content. And that just gives me a little bit more motivation to make sure that I stay on top of it. I mean, I pretty much stay on top of it, but you know what I mean. Like, it helps. Nadim says, morning, Kimberly, and hello to everyone. I need to do some baking today. Maybe I listen to my nonfiction while I do that. There you go. Ooh, what are you going to be baking? Let us know. Kim says, Kat says, Kim, you do have quite the list of reading today. Yeah, are you trying to read all of that today? Or is it like this is your week's reading? Let us know. Swank says hi to Hermie, Kat, and Anna. Hi, Swank and Nadim from Kim. Hi, Nadim from Kat. All of the hellos. Kim says to Kat, I do. I'm trying to finish a handful before the next Comic-Con readathon score update. Gotta keep my team in first place. My goodness. Hello, Kat and Swank from Nadim. Hi, Kimberly from Swank. You can do it, Kim. We have faith in you. Yes, we do. Nadim says, I'm about to start Throne of Glass. Oh, yeah, Throne of Glass. I have that one. I will not start it yet because with Sarah J. Maas, I've been kind of like backwards on all of it. I read Crescent City first, so now I'm going and backtracking and reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, and then I will backtrack even more and read A Throne of Glass. But I have started because I don't want to use my hardcover copy of Throne of Glass, which is somewhere on this shelf. I think it's like over here. But I went and found a paperback copy, so I can do whatever I want with it. Wait until you see the video where I show it, because all the books, there's not that many. All the books in that will be in that particular video have a same color scheme, and it gave me an idea. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm completely backwards when it comes to Sarah J. Maas. Kim says, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, so good. So far, so good. I'm about 70-ish pages in, I think. I'm liking it. Nice to be back with Poppy and Hawk. I picked up book 3 at the library yesterday. Ooh, are you going to try to get caught up so that you can do the book discussion with us, or no? Let me know. Because, like I said, we're on A War of Two Queens, which I think is book 4 in the in the From Blood and Ash series. But you also have to go into the like spin-off series, and then once I think you read book 3, which is A Crown of Gilded Bones, then you read what's the first one? I just read it. A Shadow in the Ember, or Ember in the Shadow, something like that. You have to read that one, and then you can read A War of Two Queens. And then there's book 2 of... Now I want to find all the books. A Light in the Flame is book 2 of the Flesh and Fire series. You can get caught up and read with us. To be honest, I might see if I can't just fast track it and just read one after the other. But we'll see. I have to see what the book club's going to do. But I like the series. It's fun. Swank says, I'm rereading My Heart is a Chainsaw for Reaping on the Reading. What is Reaping on the Reading? Is that like another readathon? Swank says, hi Nadim, nice to meet you. Ooh, blueberry lemon pie bars. Send the recipe for that. That sounds delicious. Are they hard to make? But those do sound delicious. I don't know what it is with blueberry and lemon. That seems to go really well together. That sounds so good, though. I'm always looking for new recipes to try. Swank says, Kim, that sounds so good, right? Kim says to Swank, they are delicious. I make them every year. We have blueberry bushes in our backyard. Ooh, I should do some blueberry bushes. We do have a farm that's not too far from us, and I think you can go and pay like a certain fee, and they give you like a small bucket, and then you can go and fill that bucket with all the blueberries that you want, and then you can take them home. It's amazing. Swank says, Kim, lucky. And good morning. Reading Misbehaving at the Crossroads. This is an incredible nonfiction book. I'll have to look that up. Kim says, LOL, I could try, but I do have ARC August next month that I'm a co-host, so we shall see. Gotcha. I can tell you that our discussion for A War of Two Queens is not until like the second half of August. I'll look up when the date is for the discussion and let you know. I can't find the audio except for the graphic through Libby. I want the regular. I need to find an Audible deal. It will let me have it again. For Jennifer L. Armentrout's books, that's where I've been getting them. You have to go on Audible to get them. I have not been able to really find them through the libraries. It's like it's almost like an Audible exclusive, which unfortunate, but it works. Swank says, Kat, I did half of a big to-do list yesterday and should finish today. Nice. Kat says, good morning to Anne. This is the recipe I use. I will have to look that up, but there's the recipe if anybody wants to try it. Reaping on the Reading-a-thon is hosted by Katie Colson. Oh, I don't know that one. Hello, Alexandra. Let us know what you're reading or working on. I believe you have one too many eyes in my name. But good morning. Hello. Kim says it's super simple. Really? I like simple. Gold Star Swank. Yes, right? All of the gold stars. Alexandria says Kimberly. And there's a little emoji I can't see. It kind of looks like a smiley face. Hi, Alexandra. Blueberry lavender lemonade is good. Ooh. Even though I just ate breakfast, that sounds really good. I finished Well of Ascension and started Never Game. Is this the What series is this? It sounds like a series. Kim says, yep, for JLA, I don't mind, but since I'm on a ban, I canceled everything, including KU, until September 16th. Oh, yes. I get it. Depending on which one you need, I might have it. I'll check my Audible. You could use that. Lynn is here. Hi, Alicia, Kim, and all. I'll be reading Spy Family 11 through 13 today. Wow. How many? Okay, so who knows how many books are in the Spy Family series? Because I don't know how many there are. And I do like them, so I need to know how many I'll be like reading through. Because I slowly get them, and I still need to finish, what is it? Cat Plus Gamer? I need to finish that one. I think I'm on book 4 for that one. Kim says, hi, Lynn. Lavender anything is good, and rose. I'm big on the floral flavors in my food. If you ever get to Epic Universe, Kim, they have, and I don't know if you've had the original ones, but at Hogwarts and Hogsmeade, they have orange citrus flavored exploding bonbons. At Epic Universe, they have blackberry and lavender flavored ones, and they are delicious. Absolutely delicious. So you might like those. They do have Pop Rocks in them, so that's why they're called the exploding bonbons, because it's basically a little candy, but then it has Pop Rocks in the center. So fun. Kat says, good morning, Lynn in Alexandria. Kim says, if you do, I would be most grateful. I will let you know. So far, 1314 is about to come out. Oh, okay. So it's not too, like, well into, like, they have, like, 40 different episodes or 40 different books. Okay. So I could easily get caught up. Whew. Scared me there for a second. Alexander says, Well of Extension is Mistborn series. Okay, that's why it sounds familiar. Nevergame is the first in the Coulter Shaw series. Never heard of it. Same author? Kim says 13 volumes, volume 14 comes out this August on the 5th. There's another book that comes out on the 5th, I think. I don't know if it's in my book journal or if it's in my reading planner. Hold, please. Anticipated new releases. Scarred from Emily McIntyre, the collector's edition, comes out on the 5th. Also, Zodiac Academy 7, Heartless Sky, comes out on the 5th. Other than that, there's Kiss the Villain that comes out on August 26th, as well as Pucking Strong. And Love's a Witch comes out on the 26th. No, I don't have any books that I'm anticipating for August. Nope. Ooh, that means I need to be reading. I need to read Pucking Sweet before I do Pucking Strong. Oh man, so many books, so little time. Alexander says the TV show Tracker is based on the books. I have never heard of this TV show. Hi, Cat from Lynn. Whoop, it jumped. Kim says, my go-to ice cream at Universal is the Earl Grey and lavender. Ooh, I haven't tried that one yet. Next time I go, I'll make sure that I get some. Is it soft served or is it the hard packed ice cream? I don't remember. I know they have the butterbeer ice cream, which is soft serve. I'm trying to think if they have. I don't think they have ice cream at Epic Universe. Then again, I could be wrong because I haven't explored everything. So I do want to try I don't know if I'll be able to pull up a picture of it. There's a cake that's supposed to be really good in Super Nintendo World, but I don't think they've added pictures to their menu boards yet. Let's see. Excuse me. I have like the hiccups, so bear with me. Super Nintendo World. All of the food. Toadstool Cafe. Menu. Desserts. They don't have pictures. But I think it's called Mount Beanpole Cake. It's chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry layered cake topped with a matcha mousse. So basically what they've done is they've done this layered cake, and it's supposed to look like the end of a level. So like if you're playing Super Mario and you get to the end of the level, and there's usually like something that you can jump up and then try to reach the top of the pole that marks the end of the level. It's basically that in a cake form, and they actually have the little flag. I don't think you can eat, but you can keep the flag. So I want to try that, but I'm not too sure about the entrees that they have there, because a lot of the entrees are everything has mushroom, right? Because Toadstool Cafe. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it's not like a overwhelming taste of mushroom. If it's not, then maybe. But I know my husband wants to eat there. There's a couple of dishes I showed him, and he was like, yes, please. So we'll see. But I do want to try that ice cream. Morning Cat from Alexandra. Alexandra says, nope, different author. Jeffrey Deaver wrote The Never Game. Have never heard of either one. I'll have to look it up. Lynn says, oh man, I forgot about the air show with the jets going overhead today. My first sprint might have to be the Done and Dusted audiobook. There you go. That's another series I've heard of, and I haven't. Let me know how you're liking it, because I've sounded interesting. Alexander says, TV show is great, but not for the kids. Good to know. It's the hardback. I usually do a waffle cone with a scoop of the... Oh, okay. The hard packed. Yeah. The waffle cone with a scoop of Earl Grey and lavender and a scoop of the chocolate and raspberry. Is it chocolate and raspberry? Oh. Or is it chocolate and strawberry? I've heard it two different ways. Maybe they have each. I don't know. But now I want to try both. I need to plan a trip to Universal. Not like Epic Universal, but like the other Universal. Because I keep track of when I go, and I haven't really been going to Universal this much this year, which is not good, because now you want to make me check. This whole time I thought it was strawberry, and I've been wrong. Go back. Nope. What are you doing to... here we go. Florian Florida Skews is in Diagon Alley, yes? Mickey Cauldron, Florian Florida Skews. Menu. Excuse me. Soft serve ice cream. Ooh, I think they've added flavors. Soft serve, they have banana chocolate Granny Smith, mint, pistachio, vanilla, orange marmalade, toffee apple, and strawberries and cream. The hard packed one is chocolate chili, There's an apple crumble, vanilla, salted caramel blondie, chocolate, clotted cream, Earl Grey and lavender, sticky toffee pudding, chocolate and raspberry, but they have a strawberry and peanut butter. That's the one I was thinking of. And then there's a huckleberry one. See, so they had both. I was thinking it was chocolate and raspberry, but you're right. Or no, it's chocolate and strawberry, but it's chocolate and raspberry, so you're right there. But I was thinking of the peanut butter and strawberry. Either way, I need to try some ice cream. Okay. I had to find a genre I hadn't read before. Cowboy romance would be that. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't read those either. The strawberry is strawberry and peanut. See, I should have just read the comments. But yes, you're right. We're going to have to meet up and go to Universal and just have ice cream, Kim. Is Epic Universe connected to Universal, or is it a totally different location? So it's not connected in the way that you think like Studios and Islands of Adventure is connected. It is on its own property, not far from Universal. So when I go to the normal Universal, I would get off at exit 75, I think it is. But in order to get to Epic, I have to get off at 72. So it's within a certain mileage. Let me see if I can show you the map. Wait, I can probably pull one up, right? So let me go to Google Maps. Epic Universe. Of course, they're going to show you like the... Okay, so let me see if I can remove... Stop sharing, and then we're going to share screen. This one. Okay, so the little red dot here, that is Epic Universe. And then right at the top here where this purple one is in my arrow, that is Universal Studios. So you see it has like its own, it's not too far away, but it has its own like property. So if I zoom in, this all here is Epic Universe. Like this whole section right here. It's quite big too. This is some of the photos that people have been taking. Can I... Oh, I have to go down. So they have different things. It's so much fun. I can't wait to go. That's one of the portals. That's inside the Harry Potter portal. Oh, see, they cut off the top of the portal there. Just to show a few pictures. Let me see if I can find one of Dark Universe. Just so you can say you've seen all the portals. It's kind of cool to see. I say everyone needs to go and see it in person. They did a phenomenal job. I will say the only thing is make sure you bring sunscreen, because there's not too many places that have like shade unless you go inside. So definitely take sunscreen. Thank you. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Can you still take the Hogwarts Express from one area to another? For Islands of Adventure and Studios, yes. It does not connect Epic. Too far for that. But yeah, you can still take the Hogwarts Express from Studios to Islands of Adventure. Those two parks that are connected by City Walk, you can still take the Hogwarts Express for that. They will be doing some construction soon because they're taking out Rip Ride Rocket. And so that one closes, I think, either later this month or early next month. And then they'll start construction on that. And they're putting in a new ride, which has not been announced yet. Some speculation is that they might put in a Ghostbusters roller coaster because they do have a sign near where the Ghostbusters firehouse is in the park, and it's saying like, you know how like they say save the insert building here, and so they have a sign that says like save the firehouse or whatever. So we don't know if that building itself is going to go away or if they're going to still try to use it. I've heard speculation that they could replace the Fast and Furious with the new drift coaster that has gone out in Hollywood here, but people seem to think it might still be like a Ghostbusters theme. So we don't know yet. They haven't officially announced it because if you think about it, technically Fast and Furious they put in the San Francisco area, but this where Rip Ride Rocket is considered the New York area. So I don't know. I've been watching the like theme park vloggers to see if I can kind of get a feel for what they think. And a lot of people think that it might be Ghostbusters, but they're not 100% sure. So we just have to wait and see. Alexandra says, "Oh, I'm definitely having ice cream at some point today." Right? Me too. I might make a milkshake because I have ice cream that I could use. Which place in Universal is this? Which one? Was it what picture did you see? Was it one of the pictures I saw? Or you saw? I will say, if you're talking about the ones that I showed for Epic Universe, there's 4 different portals. There's Super Nintendo World. There is Dark Universe, Ministry of Magic, or like 1920s Paris, which is like Fantastic Beasts with the Ministry. And then Isle of Berk is How to Train Your Dragon. I've already eaten my ice cream. Florian Florescue's Ice Cream Parlor in Diagon Alley at Universal. We had Universal year-long passes for a few years when we lived there back in the mid-2010s. Lots of fun with the kids. I became an annual pass holder after the pandemic. It was wild to be in the park when they first opened after the pandemic because everyone had like the 6-foot spacing, and walking around the parks it felt like a ghost town because there's not that many people. I mean, they did limit capacity and all that, but still everybody was following the rules and 6 feet apart, and you had a mask, and it was a wild time. Kim says, I had a pass way back 2003 to 2004 when they had a buy 1 year and get a year at Spencer's Gifts. LOL, they would never do that nowadays. No, I have seen it where if you buy an annual pass, sometimes they will have it where you buy for a year and you get 3 months free. So I've had that a couple of times offered to me when I renew my pass. Ooh, I remember Florian's. So good. Mm-hmm. Kat says, I'll have to investigate Epic Universe. I was hoping it would be connected to Universal Studios. No. However, you can go to Studios and then hop on one of the buses going to Epic and get there that way. They do that. Also, if you stay in one of the new hotels, my recommendation, if you're going for budget friendly, would be either Stella Nova or Terra Luna, because they're right there by Epic. Helios is on property for Epic Universe, but it's very expensive. But if you stay there, you have access to the park from the hotel. So it's very interesting. But yeah, I've seen that Helios is like 500 plus a night. So It's on my bucket list, but not anytime soon. Kim says look, they can replace any ride they want, but if they try to touch the mummy or MIB, I will handcuff myself to the rides in protest. As far as I know, they've only just kind of like redone tracks and the maintenance and refurb and stuff like that. They still have the mummy, they still have MIB. They even still have ET, which is now known as the oldest Universal ride because it was one of the first Universal rides when they first opened. So they still have ET. They have updated ET. It's still the same though, so it's just a matter of like updating parts, I guess. But they still have the Mummy. They still have MIB. I need to go, but they've updated the guns, so I need to go and practice because I'm still trying to max out. Also, ET, do not touch that. I will riot. I think you and a lot of other people will too. I think they will. But with that being said, Kim, you are the final comment. So we're going to start that one. We're going to pull up the cat. And nope, we want this one. And we will start in our first sprint. So happy sprinting, everyone. And I will see you back in 45 minutes. Hello and welcome back. How did everyone do on that first sprint? If it sounds like there's a game, it's because I was playing a game on my phone. Some sort of zombie game type thing. To be honest, I'm getting quite bored with it, so I might take it off my phone. That and it's very addicting. I did quite a bit that sprint. I have this little thing, and so I was going through and taking out what I had saved so far. It's like little envelopes, so like this one has a 1 on it, and it goes all the way up to 100. So it's like the 100 envelope challenge. And so I was resetting it up, taking out the money that I had saved, and then I reset it up so that I could restart in August. So I did that. And then I went to go check on the family because husband said he was going to take and do the lawn. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it started storming. And that's why I made my comment about it's starting to storm. So hopefully we don't have any issues. We'll see how it goes. And then I started to write my to-do list, and I did some book journaling. So updated a few pages and whatnot. So that's what I did. Let's see what everybody else did. And I think we had a couple of people come in. So this was our last comment. We were talking about Universal Studios. And we were talking about rides that they couldn't touch. They can't take them away. E.T., The Mummy, MIB, those were the main 3 that we were talking about. This was my warning. There's a storm brewing here, so hopefully we won't have any issues, but we'll see how it goes. So far, so good, knock on wood. We don't want to jinx it. Ren is here. Hello, everyone. I'll be lurking today, but my plan is to finish Moriarty, The Patriot, Volume 3, and read the Zodiac Academy novella for Vanessa's 2-year read-along. That seems like a long time. But I get it because there are so many books. Good morning, Ren from Kat. Ren says, if I get done with those early, I might start Zodiac Book 1 if the novella is really good. Also have the graphic audio for Book 1 already, or might start Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. All good choices. I noticed that I cannot do graphic audio. I tried to listen to it for Fourth Wing, and they just do the dialogue for the characters. And it was so, like, me trying to read along and listen to the graphic audio did not work because I would be trying to follow along and they would only do the dialogue parts. So, no. I put down Fourth Wing and I'm going to go back to it and just do like the regular audiobook and read it that way. And then I'll go back and just listen to the graphic audio and see how that goes. But, yeah, that was my first discovery on I cannot do graphic audio if I actually want to read the book. Ren says for Paula and Chantel's book club. Yep, because they are doing a discussion early August. I think it's the 2nd for Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. Hey, Cat from Ren. Anna says, I'm 6 minutes away from finishing my sprints, so I'll meet you to do that and come back. Yeah, okay. Are you sprinting today? I will have to pop in the links for anyone who is sprinting, though. Anna says, hello again, book twin. M is here. Good morning, all. I'm making breakfast and reading While My Pretty One Knits by Anne Canadeo. Hopefully I pronounced that right. That's a weird one. Hopefully you're liking it, enjoying it. Jen is here. Hi, Alicia in chat. School assignments all day for me, and I'm very appreciative of everyone sprinting so I can have some dedicated focus / break time. Hope you're all well. So far, so good here. We are celebrating, well, I'm celebrating that I have 7 days until I get to go back to Epic Universe with hubby. And it is storming here, so we'll see what happens. You know, Florida weather. Lynn says, I made it to 10% into done and dusted. How are you liking it? Jen says, can you share where you got that 100 box and how it works? Yes, once I find it again. But if I can't do it by the end of sprints, I will send you a message. But basically the gist of it is you have 100 little envelopes. Each one has a number. So here's 1 and 2. And in number 1, you would just put $1. And then so in number 2, you would put $2. And then so on and so forth. So if you say get to 47, that's $47. So each one is a different number. Here's $80. I mean, so each, whatever the number is on the envelope, here's 37, if I can show it. You would just put $37 in it. And so by the time that you have filled all 100, then it is said that you have saved $5,050. I like it because not only can I do it and put the cash in the envelopes, but then that means that I would have cash on hand if I needed it. I would most likely put most of it in the savings account at the bank, but it's an option to like have, you know, money saved. And they're cute little envelopes. I've seen a couple of people do it. You could probably go on Etsy and find one. I know the Budget Mom has her own version. I have to see who this one is by. I have the card somewhere because it doesn't say. But this is not on the inside of the container. They send it to you and it is laminated. So I just use like wet erase markers. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I put 2 double-sided pieces of tape here, and then it fit right in the middle. And so that's how I keep track of which boxes I do. So it's a fun little money challenge that I've found. But yeah, I will try to find where I got it from. And like I said, if I can't get it by the end of sprints, I will find it and send it to you on Instagram. Because you can pick your own different like vibe. She has like, I think I did kind of like the whimsical, mystical one because there's like cats with unicorn horns and unicorns and all of things. But she also has like floral ones and different designs. Kat says, I folded and put away laundry. I started reading chapter 4 of Atomic Habits. That's right. I got distracted by the kids and I need to go find my copy. It's on my desk. Kim says 38 pages in Pieces by Sally Field, nonfiction. Was that on your list earlier? Maybe. I vaguely remember that. I know you had Spy Family and the other one, but nice. Do you have the audiobook for that one or no? I decided that I'm saving graphic audios for rereads rather than the first time. I think that's going to be my thing too, because like I said, I tried for Fourth Wing and I couldn't do it. I couldn't like keep up and it kind of was distracting, so I had no idea what was going on. So I'm going to backtrack and restart Fourth Wing and just read it with a regular audiobook and then go back through and listen to it. I tried listening to the first Zodiac Academy book on graphic audio and just couldn't. The experience was jarring. Yes, I agree. That's how it was with when I tried. Swank says, Kat, did you hear they're coming out with an elite special edition of it? It's $825 and no. I would not spend that. Why do we need an elite version of that anyway is my question. What is it made out of that makes it $825? Kim says, I also made the crust for the pie bars, having to play around a bit since I'm missing a baking dish, so have to use a cast iron instead, so I'll have to watch it like a hawk. Ooh. But they'll be so good if they turn out. Kat says, no, I hadn't heard Swank. That's an insane amount of money, right? Lynn says, it's all right so far. Swank says, I did some organizing and did my meds for the week. Nice, nice. No. So she's asking if you do it over the period of 100 days. No. So, like, I do it whenever we get paid. So if you get paid bi-weekly, then if I have cash in my wallet, then I will take that and just see what I can fill. So if I can only do $20, then I only do $20. You have like a start, like you can put the date when you started, and then you can put the date from when you ended the challenge or completed the challenge. So if it takes you 6 months to do it, then it takes you 6 months to do it. I can tell you that since we're already kind of in July, the first 6 months, I was able to save up maybe $472. So, I mean, if it took me 2 years to save up that 5,000, then that's 2 years it takes me to save it up. But I also have not been adding to it since May. So, 5 months, $472, not bad. But I will restart it in August and see how long it takes me to get to the finish line. And you can go in order of the numbers, or like I did, I just kind of skipped around. I said, okay, this is the amount I have. Which numbers can I fill? And for me, I typically found that it was easier to get like the tens. So like 100, 80, 60, all of those numbers were easy to fill. It's the ones that like 41 or 42 or 46 or even lower, like depending on what the amount is depending on how easy it is, because I don't carry cash a lot. So, but when I do, it's kind of like if I break it, I go, ooh, can I put this in the challenge? Do I think I can do this? And then, so it just depends. And I'm the only one doing it. So it's not like me and my husband are participating. It's just a challenge for myself. Because I know I am the spender in the family and he is the saver. So it's a challenge for myself. Kat says, hi, Jen. Swank says, hi, Ren and Anna. Hi, Jen from Swank. Ren says, a little behind on the chat, but I get what you mean about the graphic audios. I enjoy them, but they do definitely come off as jarring at first. Yes. Ren says, hi to Swank and Anna. Ren says, if book one's graphic audio doesn't work out for me, I'll continue with the regular audio or read physically. Yeah, that's what I tend to do too. Kim says, yes, I'm listening to it on audio. I also have the physical copy. I like listening to memoirs since they are usually read by the person. Yes, I have Jeremy Renner's, what's it called? My Next Breath. And I'm hoping that if they have an audio for it, I hope he's the one reading it, because I think it would be quite interesting. So, we'll see. Kat says, Alicia, I did something similar when I saved for my Universal trip. I didn't have individual envelopes, but a sheet for each week of the year. Week 1, save $1. Week 2. Yep. It's kind of the same principle. Yep. And I think it's just a fun way to do it. Because you think, like, by the time you reach week 52, then that's $52 in that particular week. But then you've got everything else to save up, or have already saved up. I think it's just a fun way. That is a neat money challenge with the box and envelopes. Yeah, I saw it on, I'll have to see who. I think she has a channel on YouTube that I follow, and I think that might be where I got it from. In the next sprint, I'll see, if it is, I'll post the link to her channel, and then it should also possibly have a link to her shop, and that might be where I got it from. I will look. You know me. Kim says, for me, I like to place any savings challenge money I do in my high yield savings so it can build interest. I need to start one of those. But my bank wants like a good chunk of change to like even open one. So that's why it's been kind of put on the back burner. But I have to look around and see if there's others available. Kat says that's a great idea, Kim. I agree. Kim says, I just checked. It looks like Jeremy Renner did his audiobook. I would like to listen to that one as well. Ooh, good to know. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, right. I loved watching him play Hawkeye. And I'm sad that they did not continue this series. Because I think he was saying, like, they paid him, I think he did, like, season 1 and season 2 or something, and I think there was supposed to be a 3rd season, and they wanted to give him, like, half the money that he did get or something, and so they weren't able to do it. I don't know. But I love him as Hawkeye. I mean, I know he's done other things, but his character as Hawkeye is really good. And I hate that he had the accident that he did. So I'm interested to read it and see how it goes. Lynn says that is a fascinating idea to save money, right? I think it's a little fun little challenge. I went through Wealthfront for mine. I will write that down and look into it. Wealthfront. High yield. I was like, what am I looking up for this? High yield savings. Kat says Jeremy Renner is a fave of mine. I got to see him from afar at Comic-Con in New Orleans years ago. I know I would love to meet any of the cast, to be honest, from Marvel, especially Captain America. I like Captain America. I think he's my favorite. But Hawkeye is up there too. So Kim says, pay the man his worth. That was a slap in the face to him for sure. I don't blame him at all for telling them no. Nope. No, I agree. I mean, just pay him what you paid him in the previous season and continue on. Because especially, like, I imagine he's doing a lot of the stunts himself, and so that puts strain on him and his body. So pay the man and make the show. Then you'll make more money. You gotta spend money to make money, is what I hear. All right, that was the last comment. So, and I don't see any more coming in. So we're gonna pull up the cats. I will go look for the things I said I was gonna look for, and I will see everyone back in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting. Hello! How did everyone do on that sprint? I went and checked on the hubby and the kids. So if you hear them, I apologize because they've been kicked off their tablets. And they are supposed to be playing nicely, but we all know how that goes. Hubby is attempting to cut the grass, even though it has rained and the storm has passed. Hopefully he is successful. I don't know how much because, the ground's wet. Grass is not easy to cut when it's wet. But we shall see. I went and got my copy of Atomic Habits. I may or may not try to read some of that in the next sprint. I did look up the links, and while I couldn't find the exact one that I have, I found a couple of different ones. And I didn't show you guys this thing, but it's basically just a booklet. If I wanted to, I could do budget sheets, but then these are little zipper pouches, and you can put money in them, and I can separate them out that way. I have one for each of the family members, and then I have miscellaneous and school events and such another budgeting thing. And I finished writing my to-do list, and I started working on updating this. Not much to update, because I kind of just wanted to see where I was. This is me tracking my trips when I go to Universal. Especially if I ride Men in Black, then I write down my score that I got each time I rode the ride. And because I'm trying to get my score higher. And it's not, I think my highest is 695. So, but I'm also setting up the day for when we go next week, so that I can keep track of the rides and our thoughts and what we have, so that when I go into future visits, then I can say, I've already had that. Let's try something different. So we'll see. But that's pretty much what I got up to. Let me see where we left off. Last comment was we were talking about Jeremy Renner and his role as Hawkeye. And we were definitely pay the man so that he can do it, because we like watching Jeremy Renner. And we were talking about how in one of the seasons of the Hawkeye show, they didn't want to pay him as much to do the second. And so he was like, no. But I think the potential was there. If they just give the man his money, he would do it again. We had Cassia come in. She says hello, but she also says, fun fact, Jeremy Renner started as a makeup artist in Hollywood. Interesting. Did not know that. This is me putting in, here is the Budget Mom version of the 100 envelope challenge. I think it's on sale right now too, because normally these things run about $30, and she has it on sale for $17.50, I think it was. But you can go to the link and check it out for yourself. I said hello to Cassia. I also put the link for when I searched on Etsy for the 100 envelope savings challenge, so you can see the broad, all of the ideas. One kind of looks like this, but a little bit bigger, and it'll say 100 envelope savings challenge. And then when you open it up, there's 4 different squares, and each one is numbered, and it goes all the way to 100. So that seems like fun too. I thought about that, but I like the idea of the little envelopes that I have, because not only do you kind of hide the money that way, but if somebody finds it, they're like, the hell is this, But either way, whatever works for you, you do what's best. Yeah, so I was saying, while I'm not able to find the exact ones, there are different ones out there with different designs. Some people have even done like Disney style ones. I've seen Winnie the Pooh, I've seen Mickey Mouse, I've seen Hello Kitty. So it just depends on what you want to do. This is the channel on where I found the 100 envelope challenge first. In one of her videos, she may have a link to the shop on where she got hers from. And I think that may be where I got mine. I don't know. I haven't found it yet. If I find it, I'll put it in the chat. Jen says, thank you. I'll bookmark these. Elena popped in. Good morning, Alicia and Kimberly. Jean is here. Hello, Alicia. Getting brunch and trying to finish Vampire Knitting Club at 81%. Ooh, you totally should. You'll probably finish that today. So close. Hopefully you're liking it. That sounds very interesting. Vampire Knitting Club. Who is that by? Elena says, I am reading The Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman. I have not heard of that one. Hopefully you are enjoying it. Jean is loving it. Ooh, I might have to look this one up. Kat says, I have to hop off and run something to my husband who's working at the mother-in-law's house. I'll keep you running while I'm gone. Thank you, and safe travels. You're probably already gone. Elena says, what is everyone else reading this morning? I am reading, in between all the other things that I'm trying to do, I am reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's very slow going because I know, like, I have it at 2x speed for the audiobook, and I am not very far into it, so it's very slow going. I might bump it up and see if I can comprehend what they're saying with a higher speed, because otherwise I don't know that I would be able to read ACOTAR if it continues with this pacing. But I know that I'm just a few pages in, so I don't know if it's the audiobook person themselves or what, but we'll see what happens. Christina is here. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Christina. How are you? Cassia says, back to reading Stephen King's Never Flinch. Keep rotating between my hardback and audiobook. Ooh. Have you tried, like, immersive reading them? Listening while reading? I love doing that. Christina says, remember to hydrate, feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure that you sub and ring the bell, so hopefully you get notified of future content. Yes, indeed. We have set the new goal to reach the 500 sub mark, because we have reached 405. So thank you to everyone who has subbed. But if you want to see what's coming up next, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Kim says 42 pages and the blueberry lemon bars are in the oven. Ooh, send pictures when they're done. Those really sound delicious. M says, I cleaned up from breakfast and took care of some other things. No reading that time. Nothing wrong with that, but it sounds like you were productive, so maybe take a break and read next time. Hi, Christina from Kim. Hi, Kim from Christina. M says, Kim, that sounds delicious, doesn't it? I can't wait to, like, try it. I would like to make some and try it now. Kim says to M, you can find the link to the recipe up in the chat. Let me know if you can't find it. I'll share it again. You might have to do that towards the end of the sprints just so that we have it. Anna says, I finished my audiobook, made brunch, and started listening to I Think I Was Murdered by Rick Acker. Oh, that sounds interesting. How are you liking it so far? Or are you just starting? Jen says, I got the formulas figured out for the income statements. and balance sheets. Now to plug them in and make the tables. Is this part of your assignments? Ooh, that sounds like a lot. Hopefully you're almost done. Anna says, I'll be back. About to eat now. Yum, yum. Enjoy. Jen says, starting to get a stress headache, so I'll take some meds and get some hydration in. Definitely. Definitely make sure you're hydrating and taking care of yourself. Christina says, hi, Jen. Anne says, I have been MIA. I apologize. No worries. Life happens. We were looking at the proofs for our wedding pictures. Still have to take out the garbage. Ooh, you are being most productive. Hopefully the pictures turned out fantastic. Elena says, good morning, everyone in the chat. Christina says, Kim, can you post it again, please? I don't see it. Elena says, just woke up from nap. Had a great nap. Naps are always good. I feel like I could use one. Christina says, hi, Anna. Jen says, I think I'm going to do the binder version, similar. I've thought about that one too, because I know, and there's different ones. In my search for the link, I also found a $100 envelope challenge, but you save a higher amount. So there's definitely different versions out there, and I did find a lot of like scratch off type savings challenge things too. So you could do those too. There's all kinds. To the one that you just held up and make one for my son for graduation. That would be amazing. That's an awesome idea. This one here, the little book, it's very small. Like, I mean, you guys know how big A Court of Thorns and Roses is. And so you can see the difference if it's, so it's not like huge, but they do have bigger ones of these that would have the 4 squares in them. And I think you can even get those on Amazon. Oh, hi. How are you, Sam? How are you and Bean? Are you getting all of your hydration in and all of the relaxation at times? Elena says, I am. Good. M says to Kim, I went back as far as I could in the chat and didn't find the link. Here you go. Link to blueberry lemon pie bars. This whole partial house packing thing made making them way more complicated, so I'm not sure how they'll turn out. Ooh. Well, hopefully they turn out very delicious. We just got home from Walmart. Now to edit some videos. Ooh. Did you buy anything good at Walmart? And have fun editing. I need to do the same thing. My goal for this week is to film what I need to film and then edit throughout the week so that hopefully I can get what needs to go up the same week that we will be on vacation. I will already have that stuff out. Although Epic is on Sunday and Magic Kingdom's on Tuesday. So in theory, if I needed to, I'd have that Monday in between to do any editing, but I don't really want to. So I'm trying to like make sure I have everything uploaded for this week and the following week, so that then I just have to worry about the last week of July and into August. And then things really get fun because I have to start getting school supplies and making sure that the kids have all of their uniform stuff because they start school in August. So lots to do. Jen says, yes, have to do it for 12 hospitals and then pick metrics to compare. Whoa, that's crazy. Kim says, hi, Sam. Hi, Sam from Christina. Hi, Kim from Christina. Sam says, not so much on the relaxing today. I want to get some things done since I read all day yesterday. Fair enough. I have those days. Hi, Kim and Christina from Sam. Sam says, I have a vlog, a Wishathon announcement, and finally got my mid-year freak out tag to edit. Oof. You've got this, Sam. Anne says, I just told Lucy that she needs to go upstairs and empty the trash cans. I'm not doing it at all. I don't blame you. I don't like doing the trash either. I usually get my husband to do that. I don't want to do it. I will only do it if I have to. And it sounds like we will have the lawnmower going in a little bit in the backyard. So I'll have to go check the front yard and see how he did. Because that will depend on if he actually does the backyard or not. But if he is, then we should probably go into a sprint soon so you guys don't have to hear it. Because he'll be right next to the window at first. M says, I loved shopping for school supplies. I am not in school anymore, but still have to walk up in the aisles to check them out. I know, because there are some things that like my kids have now that I'm like, where was this when I was in school? So I love going down the aisles, but they are very particular at their school about what they can use and what they need. When I go and get their folders, each one of them has to have a certain number of folders, and they have to be certain colors. And so, like, if one of them needs four, then it's usually red, blue, green, and then you can pick the color of the fourth one. And then last year, my son's teacher, I don't know what she did, but like all of the school supplies that I bought him, only some of it came home. And like the other stuff, like he came home with a pencil box from the school year that I know for a fact was not his. So I don't know what the teacher was doing, but and then like I think it was the same thing with the folder. I bought certain folders and he came home with a folder that wasn't his. So I don't know. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to label, because with this school, I don't have to label them. The teacher does it and sets it up however they want for the school year. But I think this year I'm going to label it. There's the lawnmower. I don't know if you can hear it. It's very loud. So we'll see. But I'm gonna label all of their school supplies this year because last year was kind of all over the place. And I want to make sure that I get it. Like they have to share with the class for some things because we have to buy sanitizer and tissues and stuff like that. But his school supplies are his school supplies. I'm not buying the supplies for the other kids. Because we throughout the school year you have to supply things throughout the year as well. So I have a budget, I have a budget I have to stick to. Anne says she's 14, so she's old enough to help. Definitely. I kind of went down the path of my mom started me on chores and things at 8, and my son will be 8 this year. So now is the time to get him kind of in that task, and he wants nothing to do with it. So it's going to be taking some coaxing on our part. I think I'll be finishing Sunrise on the Reaping today. Ooh, nice. How are you liking it? Sam says we mostly got household things we needed. Also got a couple of pants for the bean. Ooh. I have to put together like a little care package and whatnot and send it to you. Plus, I still have to go through all the books on the bookcase for the kids' books. My son's already like, well, he can have this one and he can have this one. It's cute. He's like, I'll send some to him. Christina says that is because when you send in the supplies, it goes to the classroom now. You are not just getting them for your own child. Yeah, I know. And I guess I'm struggling with that because it's like I don't have all the money in the world. So I get it, like, because they also have to use like expo markers. If everybody brings in expo markers and they have that many expo markers to use for the whole year or whatever. So I get it. And I don't know exactly how some things are structured. Like some of their school supplies I know go towards their specials. So like art, Spanish, um, music, those kinds of things. So it just depends on what they want. But they just put out the school supply list. So I have to go through it, see what we already have, and then I buy the rest. It's usually, I think last year it was almost $300 just for the supplies. That doesn't include uniforms if I have to update them or buy bigger sizes or anything. So it's a lot. It's just a lot. I think what I'm going to do this year though is I'm going to see what we've spent on like uniforms and school supplies and then start saving monthly so that next year we're all set. And then we'll go from there. But first, I have to see what hubby's going to do with his whole job situation because he's still piddle paddling with that. I love post it notes, so I buy bunches of them when I go back to school sales. Me too. And all of the tabs because I use tabs for when I like read. So you can see all the tabs here. Or did I tab this one? Yep, I tabbed that one. So I do like my daily reading tabs. All of them. All of them. Christina says I went through that with my eldest when he was in school. The only thing that was his backpack. Yes. And we had to buy new backpacks this year because the ones that they had prior were starting to like destroy themselves on the inside. That and they've had them since preschool, so it was about time. So they got to pick out their new backpacks. Sam says, "Oh, so sweet of little Alan." He is. I told him that I would like to like weed out some of them because if you saw his bookcase, my goodness, it's exploding. And a lot of it is stuff that he's had since he was a baby. So he was like, "Well, why do I have to get rid of my books?" And I'm like, think of it this way. I said, I would like to send some of the baby books to Miss Sam because she's having a baby. And she goes, "Oh, she is?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "So, but also think of it this way. If you're taking out the baby books that you know you don't read anymore, we can give them to Sam's baby and it makes room for new books on your shelf." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, I'll do that." And I'm like, "Well, that's very sweet of you." And my Lorelai, she's like, "Mama, I'm not there yet. I don't get rid of my books." And I'm like, "Okay, well, we at least have to go through them and straighten out your bookcase." And she's like, "That's fine." Sam says, I was tempted to buy pens and stuff for myself, but I already have too many. Same. I have a pile of notebooks that I probably shouldn't have bought them, but I did anyway. So I don't need notebooks and I don't need pens for a while. And I don't need Sharpies, like highlighters and Sharpies and stuff like that. So I'm good on that front. So my biggest thing is I'm going to have to go in. Rude. He's near the window again. I have to go in and not buy supplies for myself, just for them. Which I know is going to be hard. That's so cute, right? I think Lorelai said she wants to buy an outfit for the baby, which I plan on doing anyway. Anne says Lucy goes to a private school and they are only allowed clear backpacks. They can have an unclear pencil case. No, I think that's pretty much the only way that they get their individuality at school is they can pick their own backpacks and lunch boxes. And as long as their shoes are like sneakers or closed-toed shoes, they can wear those. They can't wear Crocs or flip-flops or anything like that, even on fashion days. Um, and their uniforms are usually khaki or navy blue bottoms, and then navy blue or red polo shirts, or like the girls can wear like the skirts or the dresses that are, as long as they're within the colors. So I think they're set on uniforms. I have to check some of my sons because he's too tall. He's tall and thin. They say it's for safety. Yep. I've heard a lot of them do it because, one, they don't wanna have to worry about kids getting picked on if one kid has, like, high end and the other kid doesn't. Also, it's a lot safer for them to kind of blend together in case of a situation. And I know that the school that they go to, once the kids are in the school and the school starts for the day, they have gates that will be shut. So no one can just walk out and leave the school. And they have to be either signed in by a parent or they have to be signed out by someone on their emergency contact sheet. So it's a really good school. Hello, faithful. Hi, Alicia and company. Sprint hopping to tickle the like button and say hello. Hello. You are just in time because we are about to go into our next and probably final sprint. I'm just going to leave it at 45 today. So let me star that and change our banner because we're going to go into the fun sprint. Let me find the cat. There's the cat. And I will see everyone in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting! All right, how did everyone do on the final sprint? I went down a rabbit hole after I dealt with the kids fighting. I could hear them all the way from here, and they were on the other side of the house. So I still don't know what they were fighting over, but I told them to separate and find something to do. So I think one went to his room to watch TV, and the other one went to go play on the Switch. So I'll have to see what that was all about when I'm done. But I'm like, if I can hear you from here, then most likely if I were to come back from a sprint, you guys might be able to hear him. And I was just like, no. So I took care of them. I did some book journaling updates. I still have to finish 1 or 2 more pages and then go from there. And then I started cleaning up my mess that's here on the floor. And I know I have at least a load of laundry to fold. So let me see where we left off in the comments and what you guys got up to. I believe we were going to sprint as Faithful was coming in. So she was saying hello and hitting the like button. And then I said, here are all the links for the people that are currently sprinting. So we had Kita, I believe she's doing the 48-hour Arc Madness. And then we had Steph over at Coffees Over Apples. She's just doing reading sprints with friends. Then we had Kat come back. She's eating lunch, egg roll in a bowl. That sounds delicious. I will probably have pepperoni and grilled chicken pizza if there's any left. If not, then a sandwich. Then we had Beatrice. I put the link for hers because she is doing a journaling lounge session. Sounds like fun. I'll probably pop in. And then Christina beat me to it, actually. Rainy is sprinting for her birthday, so there's the link for that. And I also posted it after Christina, but she also says hi to Kat and welcome back. She's probably laughing at me posting the link, and she beat me to it. Welcome back, Kat. Yum lunch. Hey, Christina from Kat. Swank says, I'm back. Still haven't read yet. That's okay because I'm getting stuff done. Next hurdle, make something to eat. I think that's everyone's hurdle because after I'm done here, I am going to get something to eat, and then I'll probably have to fold some laundry, and then I'll join somebody's sprints, whoever's sprinting. And then hopefully I can get some more reading done. I also need to finish, I need to not finish, but I need to film my Lego build. It'll be really quick and easy. I am doing Brian's Nissan Skyline from Fast and Furious 2. So that will be the filmed and time-lapsed one. And then sneak preview. If you join on Friday sprints, I will be building Suki's car, the Honda S2000, also from Too Fast, Too Furious. But that is the one I'll build on the live stream. They don't take me long, so. Christina said hi to Swank. I sprint hopped and drank the coffees. I still have my coffee. It's probably getting lukewarm by now. So I will switch to water and probably grab a Dr. Pepper. Christina says, thanks for hosting today, Alicia. Have a fabulous rest of your day. You as well. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Sam says, I got some of one video edited and fed to Harry. How is Harry doing? If you don't know, that is her cat. Hopefully he is doing well, and hopefully I need to get some video editing done as well. But yay for progress. M says, I got lots done. Thanks for another fun sprint session. Everyone have a great day. You as well. Thanks for coming and hanging out. And yay for productivity. Kat says, I went to help my hubby and brought him lunch. I listened to The Beach Trap by Ali Brady. I ate lunch, made some hot tea, and crossed 2 more items off my to-do list. Yay! So productive. How are you liking The Beach Trap? That sounds like an interesting one. Kim says, pie bars are out of the oven. Lunch 8 and 40 more pages of In Pieces. I have about 10% left to go. Ooh, you got this. You'll be able to finish that today. What is next on your agenda? Kat says, ate one of those delicious pie bars for me, Kim. I know they sound really good. I'm going to have to go back through and like get the link. Kim, you might have to send it to me if I can't get it. Not laughing at you, laughing with you. Sure you are. It's okay. It's fine. Kat says, congrats, Alicia, on crossing the 400 subscribers line. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. Now the next milestone is 500. And I think I'm at 405, so 95 to go. It's doable, right? But thank you. I'm so excited. I feel like I've been stuck in the 300s for quite a while, so crossing that threshold is like accomplishment achieved. I've unlocked the next level in the YouTube game. Kim says, will do, Kat. I have to wait until they cool completely, so they will be dessert tonight or maybe even breakfast tomorrow. Ooh, that sounds like a delicious breakfast and dessert. I want to make this, I forget what it's called, but what you do is you break up a bunch of pretzel pieces, and that is your bottom layer, like your crust in a sense. And then there is, I forget what's in the middle, but it's layered. So like you have the pretzels, and then I believe it's like a cream cheese filling whipped topping type thing in the middle. And then the top is you cut up strawberries, clean them up, do the whole thing. You cut them up and you make them so that they're like slices of strawberry. You lay them on top, and then you put cherry or black cherry or strawberry jello. You mix up the jello and then you layer it on top. If I can find the recipe, I will post it in somebody's Discord. Name a Discord and that's where it'll be. But I really want to make that because I usually make that in the summertime and it is delicious. Swank says, Christina! Anne says that she got chores done. Now she can read. Yay. Kim says, I need to make another coffee or I need to take a nap. Coffee! Sam says, Harry is doing good. He's been eating a lot more lately, but I think his hearing might be fading a bit. Oh, well, he's getting older. I think he's one of your oldest, yes? So, fair enough. Anne says, my cats only hear me when food is involved. Same. And then they'll start to yell at me if I'm not quick about dishing it out. Kim says, next will probably be more of Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and then I'll read Spy Family during my Patreon sprints. Nice. Kat says, I'm enjoying The Beach Trap. I'll have to look that one up. Is that the same author that does the, what's the title? I think it's like Battle of the Bookstores or something. I want to read that one. M says, I know that dessert. My cousin's mother-in-law used to make it. Oh, the one with the pretzels and the strawberry layers and stuff. Oh, it's so delicious. Sam says, yeah, he's 19. Okay. I'll remember that now because he's 4 years older than Isis. Isis is 15. Christina says, coffee then nap, so when you wake up, you'll be ready to go. Hubby calls them coffee naps. I like it. Sam says he is currently watching you with me. Well, hello, Harry. Meow, meow. You probably heard the timer cat. I shouldn't have gone off, but it did. Isis has started doing that. She will sit on my desk nearby, and whoever's on the screen, she will be watching them. It's so funny. Kat says, not sure about the author. First time reading anything by Ali Brady. Oh, you're going to make me look it up. Okay. Let's look it up real quick. Ali Brady. And you had The Beach Trap? Yes, it is the same author. She has a lot of cute covers. Battle of the Bookstores is one. Until Next Summer. The Comeback Summer. The Beach Trap. And she has one called One Night, Two Holidays. So, yes, that is the same author. Ooh, next time I go to the bookstore, maybe I'll just pick up Battle of the Bookstores and this one, the Beach Trap. Let me know how you like it when you finish. Sam says I shared a picture in the group chat of him. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it if I show it. Boopity boop boop boop. Oh, look at him. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but let's see. See? He's watching. How cute. Yeah, that's what Isis does. She sits right about that time, right there, and she just like watches. Have fun. All right. Aww. That's what I said. We have reached the bottom of the comments. We have done our final sprint, so we can turn our banners off. And he's my TV watching buddy. Usually Ralphie is here with me. He's off. Oh, I saw that. See? Perfect timing. The internet says that I am done for today. It's telling me I have 2 out of 3 for the little bars thing, so we should be good, but we are done for today. So go and check out other sprints if you need more. I thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. Jen says she got the numbers updated and into the Word document. Still so much more to do, but that part is done. Going to take a shower and see your take some Tylenol if needed. Where is Ralphie? He is currently sleeping on the sofa out in the living room. He's being a little antisocial today. He didn't even want to sit with me when I got up this morning. He usually sits right next to me. He was already meowing and wanting breakfast. Kat says, thanks for sprints, Alicia. Hope have a wonderful week ahead, friends. You as well. I'll see you on Wednesday sprints, hopefully. I hope everyone has a great rest of their weekend and enjoy the week. Be safe on all of your endeavors and look forward to future content coming because I'll have some videos coming out. And I will see you guys on Friday for sprints, not Sunday. Sunday is the big fun day. So Friday for sprints. And if you want to build Lego with me, you can do all of the things. But I will see you guys next time. Take care. Thanks for sprints. You're so welcome. And with that being said, Dee Dee is here. Hey, Alicia and friends, popping in to say hi and tap the like button. Hope you're all having a fabulous weekend. We are, and we're about to jump ship and go find more sprints. But thanks for popping in. And I will see you all throughout all the chats. I like to bounce. And I will see you guys on Friday.